All right, so today we're talking about conditional roofs. And before I start on what's actually going on here, if you're not in it for the science, uh, you can skip the video. I am relatively confident that this will not ever find use in a proper base, although there are some very brilliant people in the Rust building community, and certainly smarter than I am. I've spent a few days trying to find a good use for this and failed. So, if you're one of the people who's just looking for something you can slap into a base, like right now, I guess watch for the first 30 seconds or a minute while I explain basic conditional roof seals, and then you can just leave the video. All right, so now I'll start. If you're in it for the science, so I expect that's like people like Dirac and so on, then maybe you'll find this amusing. I don't know. Anyway, so basic way that roof seals work. Currently, you can place these kind of triangles, but only from like weird angles. Like you have to be underneath them. So like Evil Worst Chad Shed, for example, does a really good job of this. You can store loot under there, et cetera, et cetera. But if you don't, for example, have that angle, like you're limited by your terrain so that you can't, for example, have the equivalent of a full height foundation, or you have some similar issue. This can be kind of tricky, and then you kind of default to only being able to unseal from the inside, which is what also happens a lot of times. And there are workarounds for this, obviously, like the one I just showed, and also just kind of being in the traditional bunker sense where you can only unseal from the secure part of your base. All right, so that's that. To do this, you just need to have a free socket on the side that you want to place the triangle, which means you need to have a foundation that's higher than your floor. So a full height if you're going to do this method, or just a half height, whatever. So an issue that people have brought up is that when you have your top socket filled, and this is an issue the Chad Shed has, if the top socket is filled, it actually forces closed the bunker. So we can see my bunker is now sealed, even though I have the other triangle present. And so that's actually what I want to encourage discussion about. This actually works as kind of the reverse mechanic, where the twig actually seals the bunker. And that's kind of handy. I don't know if I can think of a good application for it, which is why I'm just making a short video to describe the phenomenon. Because you can actually just use it as a remote sealing method. And you can also seal from the outside, which is cool. Um, you don't have to deal with annoying roof placement, which I think is kind of a quality of life advantage. I might just use this for the lulls because I do think it's kind of neat to seal with twig in this way. But in any case, I hope that somebody finds some use for it. If you do, ping or DM me on Easy Building Discord, or send me a message or a comment or something. I would really love to see this mechanic actually used. Currently, it's mostly a liability, but I do think it has some amount of function. Anyway, hope you're having a beautiful day out there in the lands of Rust, and take care of yourselves.